Good morning, class 10. So today we start our lesson 7 in geography, lifeline of Indian economy. So as you all know that for Indian economy for the lifeline of Indian economy, the means of transport play a very important role. So in this lesson we have to learn the lifelines of Indian economy, and in this lesson first of all we have to learn means of transport. So as you see in this chart, that means of transport, that means there are three types of transports mainly. First one is land transport, second is water transport, and third one is air transport. Okay, land transport means the transport for which we use land normally. Water transport, that means the transport which use in according to the water, or for the transport which is used by waterways, and the transport which is used by airways is known as air transport. Okay, so as you all know that for our daily life we need many more things for survival. Okay, for fulfill our basic needs and all, we need many more things, and some things we found in surrounding of us, but some things are very much far from us. So the things which are far from us, the things which we need and the things which are far from us is come to us by many means of transport. That means by land transport, water transport, or air transport. Okay, so as you know that with the development of science and technology, the means of transport is also developed. Okay, and the area of influence of trade and transport is also expanded their area and expanded their size and far and wide. Okay, so here's, as you know that land transport is also divided in three types: roadways, railways, and pipelines. In roadways there are the transport which is run on roads. Railways, as you know by its name, that railways are the ways which the transport which is used by rails and all. And the pipelines, that means the pipelines is the transport which is used for the liquid material and all. For example, that from one place to another place we transport the water, the fuel, the petrol, and etc. So we use pipelines as a transport. Now come to water transport. So water transport is divided in two types: inland transport and overseas. Inland means the transport which is used inside of our country. Okay, for example, the steamers, the motorboats, and the boats all which are used in internal trading and all is come in the inland element. And the overseas means the transport, the water transport which we use for the international marketing, international exchange, international trading. Okay, now come to airways. So airways is also divided in two parts: domestic airways, international airways. Domestic airways, that means the airways which we use for internally in India purpose. Okay, like domestic flights, for example Jabalpur to Delhi, Jabalpur to Bombay, Bombay to Goa. These are the domestic airways. These types of flights or these types of airways is known as domestic airways. International airways are the airways which are used by us for going to outside of India, going to foreign, going to other country from India. Okay, these types of airways are used as international airways. Now domestic airways is also divided in two parts: public undertaking and private airlines. Public undertaking airways are the airways which are controlled by the government. Okay, the air flights, the flights or the airways which are controlled by the government and which do work by the government according to the government is known as public undertaking. And the private airlines, that means the private airlines, for example Sahara, jet. These types of airlines are known as private airlines. Their whole system is in the hand of private sectors. Okay, so students, here's our lesson, lifeline of Indian economy, means of transport. In this lesson, we already learned about land transport, water transport, air transport, and in the land transport, water transport, and air transport is also divided in their parts. Now, the roadways transport is also divided in some main roadways. For example, golden super highways, national highways, state highways, district roads, and other roads. That means supranational highways are the highways which connect India to other nearby countries and all. Okay, national highways are the highways which is connect India to the national departments, just like road systems are the led and maintained by the, these system is led and maintained by the central government. Okay, now state highways connect one state to another state, same as the district roads connect one district to another district, and the other roads which are internally connect one village to another village. So this is the land transport roadways, and now come to the railways. So railways also are the principal mode of the transport, are the principal mode of land transportation. So Indian railways have been a great integrating force for more than 150 years. Okay, railways in India bind the economy life of the country as well as accelerate the development of the industry and agriculture. Okay, now come to pipelines. So as I told you, pipeline transport network is a new arrival on the transportation of map of India. Okay, solids can also be transported through a pipeline when converted into slurry. So here's the land transport, roadways, railways, and pipelines. Now come to water transport. Water transport, as I told you, inland and overseas. So major seaports which are used for water transport in India. So India is dotted with 12 majors and 200 notified non-majors seaports. Okay. Now come to the air transport. So as airways, air travel today is the fastest and most luxury and precious, comfortable and prestigious mode of transportation. Okay, the air transport was nationalized in 1963. Air India provides domestic and international airways, as I told you. And now domestic transport also divided in public undertaking, which is controlled by the government, and private airlines, which are controlled by private sectors. So here's our means of transport, the lifeline of Indian economy. Lifelines of Indian economy. We use different materials and services in our daily life. And for fulfillment of these materials and services, some things we found in surrounding of us and some things do not move from supply locals to demand. That is the reason some things are not surrounding in us, but they are far from us. And some people are engaged to facilitating these movements, and these are known to be traders who make the products come to the consumers by transportation. So here's means of transportation. As I told you that means of transportation or transportation is divided in three parts: land transportation, water transportation, and air transportation. Movements of these goods and services can be over three important domains of our earth: land, water, and air. So for a long time, trade and transport were restricted to a limited space. With the development in science and technology, the area of influence of trade and transport expanded far and wide. Today, the world has been converted into large village with the help of efficient and fast-moving transport. So in this lesson, we will see how modern means of transport and communication serve as lifelines of our nation and its modern economy. Now, first of all, come to the land transport. So land transport is divided into three parts: roadways, railways and pipelines. Roadways are the largest road networks in the world. So here's the growing importance of road transport is rooted in the following reasons. First one is construction cost of roads is much lower than that of railway lines. Second one is roads can be travels comparatively more distracted and undulating topography. And third is road can negotiate higher gradients of slopes and such as can traverse mountains as the Himalayas. Roadways are divided into these forms. First one is superhighways, second is national highways, state highways, district roads, other roads and border roads. So national highways or superhighways are the highways which are launched by the government, and this project linking to Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai and superhighways. The north-south corridors linking Srinagar and Kanyakumari. The major objectives of these superhighways are the highways which are related to main project which is developed or launched by the government. National highways link extreme parts of the country. These are the primary road systems and are laid and maintained by the Central Public Works Department. Next, state highways, roads linking a state capital. These roads are constructed and maintained by the State Public Works Department. District roads are the roads connect with the district headquarters. Other roads, that means rural roads, which link rural areas and villages with towns. Railways. So railways are the principal mode of transportation for the freight and passengers in India. Apart from an important means of transport, the Indian railways have been a great integrating force for more than 150 years. Railways in India bind the economic life of the country as well as accelerate the development of the industry and agriculture. Next is in the land transportation pipelines. So pipeline transport network is a new arrival on the transportation field. In the past, these were used to transport water to cities and industries, but right now these are used for transporting oil, petroleum products and natural gas from oil and natural gas fields to refineries. Solid can also be transported through a pipeline when it converted into sludge. Now come to next transportation, water transport. So waterways are the cheapest means of transport. They are most suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods. It is fuel efficient and environment friendly mode of transportation. The following waterways have been declared as the national waterways by the government.
Start.
Now, in order to transport major seaports, so India is dotted with 12 major and 1200 notified non-major ports. These major ports handle 95% of India's foreign trade. Last but not the least, our transportation is air transportation. So airways are the today's fastest and most comfortable and prestigious mode of transport. It can cover very difficult terrains like high mountains, dairy deserts, dense forest and also long oceanic stretches with great ease. The air transport was nationalized in 1953. Air India provides domestic and international air lifelines of national economy. So main lifeline of national economy is means of transport. Transport play a very important role in Indian economy, and this transport is divided into three parts: land transport, water transport, air transport. I already explained you